Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the topic working capital. As we all know that there are two types of capital. One is fixed capital, another is working capital. Fixed capital is that capital which is also called block capital, which is used for buying plant and machinery and other instruments which remain forever in the company. But there are few things which are needed for day-to-day operation of any business, for smooth functioning of any business, and for buying such materials, the expenditure which we have to make, that amount is called working capital. So here we are going to study first what is the meaning of working capital. Working capital means that capital which is invested in working assets or current assets. Now what is current assets or working assets? Current assets are those assets which can be converted into cash within one financial year. The assets which can be converted or which is to be converted or which has to be converted into cash within one financial year. Within one financial year means if a company is starting its operation on 1st April 1996, it will close its accounts on 31st March 1997. Then this for 1st April 1996 to 31st March 1997 will be called one financial year. And the things which can be converted into cash, means the assets which can be converted into cash within this financial year is called current assets, like cash, bank balance. Bank balance means that bank balance which is used for day-to-day operation. Raw material, semi-finished goods, finished goods, receivables means debtors, those who have purchased goods from our company or our business in credit, and that credit is paid generally within 2-3 months or maximum within one financial year. That is why that receivable is also considered as current assets. So working assets, working capital means the capital which is invested in working capital or current working capital or current assets, means working assets. So it represents the liquid funds which are required for the day-to-day operation of any business enterprise. One of the writers, Mr. Shubin, explains that working capital is the amount of funds necessary to cover the cost of operating the enterprise. Once the enterprise is established, after that there is the requirement of fund for the smooth functioning or operation of the business, means purchasing the raw material, converting into finished goods, and then selling them into the market. In this process, whichever money is needed, whichever capital is needed, that capital is called working capital. One more notable point is here, that why it is called working capital, because it keeps on working, it keeps on using. That is why it is also called working capital. Now, importance of this working capital. But before we go to the importance, we may also study one thing, that types of working capital. That is of two types. One is gross working capital and another is net working capital. Now what is gross working capital? Gross working capital means total amount of funds invested in current assets. Current assets which are converted into the cash within one ordinary business life. And net working capital means excess of current assets over current liabilities. Excess of current assets over current liabilities means current assets minus current liabilities. Whatever the answer comes, that answer is called working capital. Which working capital? Net working capital. Clear? So working capital is of two types: gross working capital, net working capital. Gross working capital means total of current assets, and net working capital means that current assets which remains after deducting of current liabilities. Clear? Now, importance of working capital. Importance of working capital. First, timely payment of dues. Timely payment of dues means whatever money we have to pay to our creditors or to those from whom we have purchased the raw material or other things on credit, that payment we have to make. And for making this payment in time, there is a requirement of working capital. Suppose there is a businessman who is buying goods on credit and he has to make this payment within 2, 3, 4 or 5, 6 months. So to make this payment in 6 months, he has to realize the sale of that material also. Means he has to convert that into finished goods, and after converting it into finished goods, he has to sell them in the market, and then he has to realize the money, and after realizing that money he has to make the payment. So for this there is a requirement of working capital. That is why this working capital has got an importance in any of the business enterprise. Second, smooth working. So adequate working capital enables the business to purchase raw material, pay wages and salaries, and to meet out their day-to-day expenditures. So there is requirement of working capital for smooth functioning of any business enterprise. Next, high credit worthiness. A business with satisfactory working capital position enjoys high credit worthiness. Means if there is any company who has good position of working capital, that company gets credit easily from any of the creditors. Every creditor is ready to make the payment or ready to give the material on credit to that company easily. So there is high credit worthiness of any company due to good of working capital. Now, cash discount. If there is good amount of working capital, then the company also gets cash discount. And last is timely payment of dividends. So cash is required for making the payment of dividend. Dividend is paid to the shareholders. If there is good amount of net profit, good amount of profit, then company can make the payment of dividend timely to the shareholders. So there is a good importance of working capital in any of the business. In our next lecture, we will be discussing this topic which I have already written, factors affecting working capital, and there are also few types of working capital which we did not discuss here. We only broadly discussed only gross and net working capital which has been discussed. So till then, thank you, goodbye.